Session 3. The Wrong Pretty Boy. We find our heroes beneath Waterdeep, in the reeking dark, with victory won but not gently. Krentz and Zemk lay unconscious on the floor, beaten but breathing, because Tanith had once again proven that her fists could end a fight without ending a life. Tanith herself was badly hurt, and Terrapin lay nearer to death than anyone cared to admit. For a few grim moments, the only sounds were dripping sewer water, ragged breathing, and the soft panic of companions searching a filthy room for anything that might keep their friends alive. But fortune had answered. 2 healing potions were found amid the refuse and stolen goods. Tanith drank. Terrapin drank. Color returned. Breath steadied. The party gathered itself. And then, from somewhere deeper in the sewer, came the scream. A man's voice, raw and terrified, echoed through the tunnels. It was the sound of someone being hurt, not in battle, but deliberately, slowly, cruelly. Tanith, injured though she was, moved toward it. Whether it was bravery, fury, foolishness, or all three at once, no one stopped her.
Beg for mercy, human.
Please, Lord!
Your pain amuses me.
Enough with the licking already! I told you I'm the man you are looking for! Yuck! Go away!
Hold still, fool. The hound has chosen you.
It works, this takes her go!
Oh my, that's the most disgusting image I've ever seen. I can't look away.
Enough! You have had time. You have had fire. You have had pain. You have had screams. And still, Gromshar, you have produced nothing. Intruders! A light heals me!
Fight! Fight me, wizard!
Stop that, you ridiculous creature! No! Get away from my face!
Your tongue is disgusting.
I said no! Down now! Enough of this! You're impossible!
Stay. I go alone. No, you cannot follow.
You got him good.
We won! Dance time!
Oh, thanks, Suni. You arrived when you did.
Ugh, gross. Just stop.
Enough. We must leave now.
Yay, more dancing.
Well done, little one. A fine victory.
Stay close, the exit's ahead.
Nihilor vanished beyond the western door. The party was alive. Floon was alive. And 3 enemies, Gromshar, Krentz, and Zemk, were still unconscious, still bound, and still breathing. Because apparently this was now a pattern. So the party did what any reasonable band of sewer-soaked adventurers would do. They dragged all 3 captives through the muck, up the ladder, and into the streets of Waterdeep.
Ouch! Hot!
Touch! Make Lottie hurt!
Where Captain Eustace Stagit was still dealing with paperwork from the Zentarim warehouse incident earlier that same day. The party, for their part, had delivered yet another batch of living criminals into the hands of the Watch. Strange, yes. Inconvenient, certainly. Illegal, probably not. Helpful, disturbingly so. Ranair, having heard through the Watch that Floon had been rescued, met the party at the yawning portal.
Yay, adventure and ale!
Volotham Gedam sat alone. For once, Volo did not look like a man waiting to be admired. He looked like a man waiting for bad news. Then he saw Floon.
Floon?
Floon, bruised and filthy, managed a weak smile.
Volo.
Volo rose so quickly his chair nearly fell backward. He rushed across the room and wrapped Floon in a desperate embrace.
You beautiful, foolish, impossible man, you're alive.
Ow, Floon said.
Yes, yes, of course, forgive me.
Volo released him, then immediately seized him by the shoulders and looked him over.
Your coat, your hair, your face, your everything.
I know. I look terrible.
No, you look rescued. There is a difference. A noble, heroic, deeply marketable difference.
Floon, swaying from exhaustion, asked for a bath. Durnan shouted from behind the bar,
Of course, on the house!
Then came the matter of the reward. Volo smiled. The party waited. Volo continued smiling. The party continued waiting. Sir Feathersworth finally reminded him with appropriate squawking.
The reward, 100 gold pieces, each. Show me the money!
Ah, yes, the matter of your reward.
It soon became clear that Volothamp Gedam, famous author, celebrated raconteur, and friend to the rescued, was suffering from what he called a temporary liquidity concern. The promised gold was not immediately available. Royalties were pending. Greatness apparently was not always prompt in payment. Then he reached into his coat. The party reached for weapons. Volo froze. Not a weapon. No, be not concerned, my friends. Very carefully, very slowly, he produced a sealed scroll tube.
Not coin. Something better than coin. Property. This deed is for Trollskull Manor. It's all here. Let me see. See? By writ of conveyance, City of Waterdeep, Trollskull Manor. And signed by Volothamp Gedam himself. It is authentic.
With work, vision, and perhaps a mop, it could become a home, a headquarters, a business, a legend.
For once, the performance fell away.
You brought my friend back from the dark. I cannot hand you the coin I promised tonight, and for that I am ashamed. But I can give you this, and I swear to you it is no trick.
The party accepted. Volo exhaled like a man spared public execution.
To the rescuers of Floon, Blagmar,
he declared.
To new friends, to debts honored in unusual forms, and to Trollskull Manor, may it prove less troublesome than its name suggests.
From behind the bar, Durnan muttered.
It won't.
Volo ignored him. Once Floon was washed, exhausted, and at least somewhat restored to human presentation, the party set off with Volo to make the transfer official. A magistrate witnessed the signing. The paperwork was sealed, and Trollskull Manor became theirs. On the way through the city, something small and strange happened. A child bumped into Terrapin. Hard enough to be noticed, not hard enough to seem like an attack.
Sorry. And he winks at her. Suspicious.
Only a moment later did Terrapin realize something had been slipped into her hand, a scrap of cheap folded paper wrapped around a concert ticket. She said nothing. Not yet. At last the party reached Trollskull Alley. The manor rose before them like a grand old ship run aground in the city. Pale plaster, dark beams, green roof tiles, crooked balconies, dusty windows, and 5 chimneys jutting like broken fingers into the sky. The sign above the old tavern door hung from 2 rusted chains, tilted in defeat. Volo planted his hands on his hips.
There she is.
A shutter creaked, though there was no wind.
Ah, Volos, she's saying hello.
Inside, the old taproom waited beneath years of dust. Broken chairs were stacked like bones. Tables lay overturned. The bar was scarred with knife marks, tankard rings, and dark stains better left unnamed. The room smelled of mildew, old smoke, sour wine, mouse droppings, and beneath it all the faint ghost of spilled ale. Then came a soft sound, a single chair leg scraping across the floor. The party began to explore. Tanith, instead of being put off by the decay, seemed almost immediately to see possibility beneath it. A home, a refuge, a tavern, something worth restoring. Sir Feathersworth joined in, using magic to mend what could be mended, including the broken mirror behind the bar. And something in the house noticed. The presence in Trollskull Manor did not lash out. It did not rage. Instead, as the party cleaned and repaired, the air warmed. A hidden compartment opened behind a painting near the bar, revealing an old bottle, 50-year single malt scotch. A gift, or perhaps approval. Floon, who had not truly slept in nearly 2 days, found an upstairs bedroom and collapsed into it, asleep almost before he touched the bed. The others continued their tour. Rooms were claimed, corners investigated, possibilities imagined. Somewhere in the manor, unseen by the rest, Sir Feathersworth received a strange, animated paper bird, folded and flying by its own power. Nariel, too, seemed touched by something private and strange. A vision, perhaps, though she kept it to herself. Then, when the party returned to the ground floor, a rock came crashing through one of the already broken windows. Wrapped around it was a note addressed to Tanith. She read it aloud.
Oh my gosh, this spelling and grammar is atrocious. I know where you live. Big house, nice neighborhood, good for you. You could have killed me. Zemk too. You didn't. Don't know if that means you're good or dumb or just saving us for later, so thanks. Maybe? You hit hard, I remember. Maybe you remember me too. It is signed, Krentz. Oh, and there's this, P.S. Sorry about killing your pink hairball friend. Not actually sorry. Pink hairball costed me my eye. Hairball can burn in hell.
The party stared at the note. Had Krentz been released already? Had he escaped? Was the watch incompetent? Was this gratitude a threat or both? Waterdeep, as usual, offered no immediate answers. That night, beneath the crooked roof of their new manor, the party slept, and in the morning they awoke changed, stronger, sharper, more capable than they had been the night before. Downstairs, Volo was making breakfast.
Breakfast? Does anyone want breakfast? It is, of course, the most important meal of the day, you know.
This was awkward, because Volo no longer owned the house. It was also awkward because he apparently still had keys. And it was perhaps most awkward because he seemed entirely comfortable scrambling eggs in a cleaned-up corner of an otherwise deplorable kitchen, as though this were all perfectly normal. Before breakfast could properly begin, there came a knock at the door. Volo answered it.
Tanith, it's for you.
On the stoop stood a woman in polished armor, a travel-stained cloak over her shoulders, and a longsword at her side. Her hand was nowhere near the hilt. Her posture was straight. Her gaze was calm. She looked like someone accustomed to walking toward danger.
I am Savra Bellabranta, sworn to the Order of the Gauntlet.
Her eyes settled on Tanith.
I came to speak with you. I have heard a few things about what happened beneath the city. Much of it is probably rumor. Waterdeep feeds on rumor. But one detail was repeated often enough that I believed it. They say you stood against enemies who meant to kill you. They say you had the strength to break them. And when they were beaten, you let them live.
Savra studied Tanith for a moment.
Some people call that weakness. They are wrong.
She held out a steel gauntlet, worn but carefully maintained.
Courage is common. Anger is common. Even violence is common. Mercy, when your blood is up and your enemy is at your feet, that is rare.
Beyond her, Waterdeep moved on. Wagons creaking, neighbors gossiping, bells ringing somewhere in the morning air.
This city has enough killers. It has enough people who mistake power for righteousness. The Order of the Gauntlet seeks those willing to stand between cruelty and the helpless. Not because it is easy, not because it is clean, because someone must.
She offered the gauntlet toward Tanith, not as a gift, but as an invitation.
If you are willing, walk with me to the halls of justice. Hear our oath. Ask your questions. Refuse if you must. But I would be honored to have you stand among us, even for a little while. And if the rumors are true, Tanith, then Waterdeep is fortunate you came here.
And so the morning began. A rescued friend slept upstairs. A haunted tavern waited to be restored. A mysterious concert ticket sat quietly in Terrapin's possession. A paper bird had found Sir Feathersworth. Nariel carried a vision she had not yet shared. Krentz had sent thanks and venom through a broken window. And now the Order of the Gauntlet stood on the doorstep. The party had come to Waterdeep looking for Floon. They had found him. But in saving him, they had also found enemies, patrons, mysteries, property, and a place in the city's watchful eye. Trollskull Manor was theirs now, and Waterdeep was just beginning to knock.